Look at today's video and stay tuned as we prepare 5 different canapés, all very simple and with a fantastic result. Because today we make simple, easy, and super delicious canapés or bites. Hello, I'm Pelayo, and this is Saladolandia. And today we're going to prepare this marvel that you won't believe how easy they are to make. Some super simple canapés or appetizers that you prepare for any occasion and for a special day. You see, they look amazing, incredible, easy, quick. So today we learn 5 new ideas. Here, let's go for it. We start with the shrimp cocktail, as simple as choosing a few ingredients. Out of all these, we are going to use the little pears or tartlets that are going to be the base of our canapé. A bit of surimi or crab sticks, some cooked prawns or shrimps, and a little pink sauce or cocktail sauce. I'm going to make 5 or 6 canapés of each type, so you have to adjust the quantities a bit to your day. In my case, I'm going to use 4 crab sticks, and what I do is chop them very well so that they are finely diced. The same with a few cooked shrimp or prawns. We're going to cut them lengthwise, make a kind of strips, and then chop them crosswise so that they are very small pieces. We combine both things in a bowl, along with 1 or 2 tablespoons of pink sauce or cocktail sauce. Mix and the cream is ready. The trick is very simple. It's in the bread we use. I'm gonna use these super cheap tartlets that give it such a professional look. But you can use whatever bread you want. Yes, I recommend that it's toasted though. And what if you don't have any hands? As easy as grabbing some sandwich bread and toasting it yourself to have it homemade. I'll show you right now how they turn out if you make them with bread prepared by you. When the 5 preparations is over, I'll show you with homemade bread. But now you see, fill it, put a little sauce on one side and a shrimp on the other, and first ready. Now we go for the cheese one with parsley and salmon. A true and wonderful delight. Ingredients. Well, of all these, like before, we are going to use the rolls or tartlets as a base. Those go for everyone. In addition, a bit of cream cheese or spreadable cheese, a bit of parsley, some smoked salmon, and a little touch of pepper, which goes super delicious with this type of cheese. And let's go with the assembly. You'll see how easy it is. We take parsley, in my case fresh, more or less. I'm going to use a tablespoon for those 5 or 6 canapés. We make a small handful and start chopping finely, as it has been said. Now, we add a touch of black pepper to the cheese. I like it a lot, so I've added a strong touch. Also, a spoonful of that finely chopped parsley. We mix everything well with the help of a spoon until it's uniform. Don't worry, this is done in a jiffy because the cheese tends to become creamy quickly. And with that, we are going to fill the tartlet. If you use a bun, the bun. Come on, with the help of one of these dessert spoons, it's done in a jiffy and it looks super good. Come on, I've got it there. Now, I just have to top it off and I'm going to use a bit of smoked salmon. You could use any other smoked fish, but I think the salmon goes great with it. And since I really like it, I take advantage. What we do is cut small strips, roll them up, and thus, with little volume, we achieve a lot of flavor. We place it on top to one side of the bun or tartlet, and on the other, a touch of parsley to contrast the color and make it even more aesthetically pleasing. Second one, ready? Today we're going full speed. What a look this one has. Turn for the guacamole with tomato. What a look, what a color, how good. From all these ingredients, as before, we are going to use the tartlets or buns for the base. And I'm also going to put avocado with a little bit of onion and a little bit of tomato to make the guacamole. I will also use a little bit of cherry tomato to decorate. What we do is chop a little bit of onion very, very finely. Here it is important that it is very, very, very fine. So cut tiny slices and then crosswise, with patience, chop it finely. With the tomato, it's 3/4 of the same. Cut it into thin strips and those in turn, chop them so that they are diced as small as possible. That will make the guacamole integrate much better. Come on onion, little pepper to the same container, and right away we go with the avocado. As always, you have to cut it like this lengthwise, turning the avocado. You'll see, as if it's minimally ripe, by turning and squeezing a little, we get rid of the seed. The easy way to extract all the meat from the avocado is with a spoon. So I always look for the easy way out. Then, chop it well on the same board with the knife. And then, with the help of a fork, press it well to make a kind of paste. The best way is to do it with a fork, because that way there are lumps and the texture is more authentic. This paste, once well flattened, you transfer it to the container where you had the tomato and onion. And you mix everything very well to form that magical guacamole. Tasty cream, avocado cream. Call it what you want, but this green wonder, which is very good. With it, the usual. To fill the tartlet with a coffee spoon makes it really simple. Without any problem, and once you have it full, to decorate in this case with half a cherry tomato. We give it a super good depth, plus they are very tasty. And we're going to finish with a piece of avocado that always gives that touch of yellow color that is so beautiful. Look at what a great looking appetizer prepared in a moment. What a canapé. Turn for the pâté with anchovy. And here the trick is in the ingredients, because it is simply made by filling it. As always, rolls or tartlets for the base. In this case, we will fill them with pâté. If possible, of salmon or mussel, which is luxurious. On top, a little anchovy, a baccarat, and you will have a truly luxurious sandwich. Come on, fill it up. I'm gonna use salmon pâté. I also have them made with mussel pâté, and it's wonderful. We make a little circle with an anchovy or a canned baccarat, and ready. Prepared for the peppered egg with ham. Another exquisite and easy wonder. Very simple ingredients. Small bread or tartlet for the base, of course. Plus eggs, very easy. A little pepper, a tablespoon or two of mayonnaise, and some diced ham. And we have everything ready. Come on, let's prepare it. First, we'll boil the eggs in warm water for about 10-12 minutes, as you already know. Boiling water. After that time, remove them from the heat, peel them, and voila, you have your boiled eggs all ready. You know, with boiling water, 10 or 12 minutes. Well, once you remove the skin or shell, what you have to do is cut them. We're going to slice it, yes, in slices, that simple. And we're going to place each one on top of one of the buns. If it's bigger, it's no problem. You press it down, and that way you manage to cover all the little hole it has inside. Then you put a little bit of mayonnaise or mayonnaise on top, and you see that the surface becomes flat again. Wonderful touch of pepper. This is to taste, but I love it. And diced ham, another simple bite with flavors that, I tell you, are delightful. It's delicious. If you want to make them, as I was telling you at the beginning, in a homemade bread version, with a bread as normal as this one, they are super easy to make. You cut each bread slice into 4 roughly equal parts and toast them. You can do it in a pan, in a conventional oven, in a stove like this one I have here. The typical one for toasts, any will do. The point is to have the bread slices cut before toasting them, then you toast them and they're ready to go. With them, you already have the perfect base to prepare these wonders. Look at this last one with egg, as simple as putting the slice, the mayonnaise, a bit of pepper, and the little ham. Here's your bite. Don't tell me you also want it. What a good thing. And it's not just good for that. Look, I'm also gonna make the first one of all, the shrimp cocktail one. We place the cocktail, a little bit of the sauce on one side and the shrimp on the other. And it also looks super neat. So, you can easily prepare a tray as beautiful as this one at home. And quickly, all that's left is to enjoy it. Well, the video has already ended, and as you can see, 5 have turned out looking very good. Even though I'm convinced that ideas are popping into your head, please, today more than ever, tell me about them down here. What canapé? What little touch will you give it? I'm sure you have a wonderful mix, super easy too, and that turns out delicious. And I'm delighted to learn. And if it's with you, twice as much. So, please, today in the comments, tell me another canapé so I can learn a ton. While you think about it, you can watch this amazing video that you can see looks great. Click here and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Turn on the bell for notifications. And every Thursday and Sunday, they will notify you that we have a new delicious recipe for you.